Greg from Concord 9th, excited to share some of our new products with our October 9th, 2016 product release. One of the new product bundles that we're coming out with is the Happy Words stamp set with our Happy card frame dies. And the video today is actually going to explain how to use these card frame dies because they are a little bit, there's a little bit of a learning curve. If you're familiar with some of the other innovative dies we've come out recently, then you'll have no problem learning how to use these dies as well. I'm going to go ahead and set the stamp set aside because it's pretty straightforward. You can see that there's the word happy and then lots of words that go with happy, like Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, Happy Birthday, You Make Me So Happy. There's this beautiful floral spray in there as well that can be nice as a graphic background to any of these sentiments. So go ahead and set that aside now and talk a little bit more about the die. You can see here it looks pretty basic in the packaging. There's two rectangular dies that help to cut out panels for a card to frame out your card. There is a die here that says happy, and you can see it has these interesting little straight lines on the side, and I'll explain what those mean in just a minute. There's kind of coordinates almost exactly with that floral spray in the stamp set. We have it in a die form as well, and you'll see again straight edges on the side. And then there's a little banner piece that's nice for stamping in some of these sentiments from your stamp set. And then a little star and a little heart, and those have a solid center and then a die cut frame around the side of the outside of that star. So without further ado, we're gonna move forward and talk a little bit more about how to use these dies. So I'm gonna show you some outside of the packaging. Here are those two rectangular dies, and I'm gonna talk about the smaller one first. And may be hard to pick up on this video. I'm trying to get it in the light so you can see, but there's actually a gap in that die where the blade stops for about 3/4 of an inch on both sides, right here and right here. And the purpose of that is so that when and this rectangle right here, this paper is representative of a standard card front, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And you can see I've just run this die through the Big Shot, and it's still attached on this little section right here where there's 3/4 of an inch. And once you've run that through, you can take either that floral die or that happy word, and what you do is where that is, these are 1 inch long on each side, the blade here, so it overlaps just slightly on that 3/4 inch gap in that blade, and the blade is right there in the center of the metal, and so it's fairly easy to align. And what you're going to do is you'll drop that down right on top, and then I would just tape that down with a post-it or some post-it tape, and you're going to run that through your Big Shot, and what you'll end up with is a card frame. And this is all attached. And so again, this is still 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 on the outside. And if you so choose, you can actually use that larger larger rectangle. And what that will do is create it so if you had a card base, then that can create a nice card frame element for the front of your card. Really simple. That's also nice for if you just want to cut out a panel that fits nicely on a card front. It's a nice die for that as well. And so if you use just that inside rectangle with the gaps in the blade, this is great for creating a shaker card or a window card. Put some window sheet on the back of that. And I'll actually show you right here a card that Angie made. And this, you can see, has she used the happy die, and made this really cute happy birthday card, and it's a shaker card, and it's really fun because it has that whole space in there for all of those sequins and things to move around. And you can see she used this star, this little star die as well to accent inside there, and she used the banner and stamped birthday, so those banners are actually part of the shaker card element inside there. And it might be too subtle on the video, but she also embossed some stripes in there from our stripe builder stamp set. So really fun, festive birthday card. And so you can see she just used that inside rectangle, and it fits perfectly on a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. One other thing I wanted to show you with this is there's so many options that you can use to with that center die with that gap cut out. If I just rotate it and leave the blade, the missing part of the blade right here, then I can put that floral element at the top of my card. And so you have options now with how you're going to build your card front. And then there is another fun thing we did here. This is kind of next level or expert level with this die set, but what I did was I ran that inner rectangle with the spaces in it halfway through my big shot, and then I took it out, and then I flipped the die around and ran it through again. And what that did was it left that gap right here and right here. So there were 4 gaps left. And then I was able to use my floral die, and now what that does is that creates a nice area in the middle of my card front to stamp a sentiment. And so lots of options. I mean, you can see 3 different takes using the exact same 2 dies, and the same thing you could do the same thing with the happy die as well. You could put happy, so Angie chose to have happy at the bottom, but if she wanted to, she could put it at the top of the card just as easily. You can combine the two. You can use the floral die on top, and then you could do happy on bottom, or vice versa if you chose to do this next level die cutting right here. And again, so those are 3 options with those 2 dies. And then if you incorporate that outer rectangle, there's a fourth option right there. And we're just really excited about the versatility of what these dies can do. And just so you're all aware, we're planning to release more add-on dies to go with this, to go with the base happy card frames. And one example is the mistletoe card frame that is also part of our October 9th release. And you can see it has the same 1-inch blades on the side. And then what that does is you can create, here's a fun holiday card with mistletoe. And you can see there's little mistletoe dies in there and a bow, so you can dress that mistletoe up a little bit more. So here it is with a single mistletoe bough right there, and then we just stamped Happy Holidays from the Happy Words stamp set, and really came together quickly. And again, that was using our happy card frame dies with the mistletoe card frame add-on. And so stay tuned for subsequent product releases in the coming months to see what other dies we will come out with to use with your happy card frames. And just another thing to note, while these do have these 1-inch blades on each side of those dies, you can, here's a mistletoe card as well, and what we've done is you can clip off those endings and just use those as regular die cuts as well. And you can see we've layered 3 different mistletoe boughs on top of there and used some of our birthday bling, the white sequins in there. And again, using that same Happy Holidays combination, created a background for this card. So Think outside the box and think of all the different things that you can do with these dies. We are really excited to see what all of you will come up with. And be sure to check out our Instagram, our shop at concord9th.com, our Facebook and Twitter, and also our YouTube channel for other ideas on how to use these products. And we're just really excited about them and excited to see what you'll come up with. And until next time, happy crafting.